Hey y'all, I'm Kat. I'm a coach and co-owner of Session in Brooklyn. This is Good Moves with Well+Good. I'm gonna take you through a quick full body strength workout using a long loop resistance band. If you don't have a band, you can use a mini band, take this one body weight, whatever you would like. We'll get started with the warm up and then we'll get into your workout. We're gonna take knee hugs walking forward. So just whatever space you have available to you, hugging onto the knee, pull it in towards the chest without rounding forward. If you're working on a mat, you can just work along the length of your mats. Great, and then we're gonna do the same thing with hamstring scoops. 1 foot forward, bend into your back knee, scoop, and then just step to switch. Thinking about this hinge, push the hips back, finding length in the back of the leg. We'll do one more time. Going the other way. Last one. All right, and then we're gonna get to a Y raise. So just have the hands starting on the front of the thighs. Pull those arms up into a Y, capital Y. Thumbs are facing behind you. Good opportunity to start to activate the core every time we raise the arms up so we're not arching in the low back. Take 2 more. All right, we're gonna take some squats. So feet are right underneath our shoulders. Sink down nice and slow, 2 to 3 seconds. Pause at the bottom. Up in 1. Just watching your form, make sure your knees stay right over your middle toes with all 10 toes facing forward. Let's take 3 more. All right, last thing we'll do, we're gonna take a good morning. So into the hamstrings now, hands go on the back of the head, roll your shoulders down, push the hips back, and then coming back up to stand. So different from the squat, you really feel the hamstrings lengthen in this one and then engage the glutes at the top without letting our shoulders round forward. We got 3 more. Last one. All right, shake it out. We've got 2 circuits with 3 exercises in each one. Our work time is 40 seconds, our rest time is 10. We're going 3 times through. Remember, we're using a band for this one, but you can use any other equipment you might have available to you or take this one body weights. All right, so we're gonna start with a split stance deadlift, that same hinging pattern that we did with a good morning. Start with the feet hips width distance apart, stagger 1 foot back, so back toe lines up with a front heel, and you're gonna take your band, just pop it underneath that front foot to add resistance. We take that same hinge pattern, push the hips back, and then we're up in 1. We're really focusing on 1 leg at a time with this one, so that left leg or whatever leg is in front, you'll feel the length in the hamstring, and then engage the glute at the top. Let's go ahead and switch. Just step in the other side, line up the toe with the back heel, and trying not to let your shoulders round forward so your upper back is engaged here. And that back knee can bend with you so you can really focus on the length of that front leg. Here for 3, 2, and 1. We're gonna take this into an overhead press with our band. So stepping into it now, into a long loop, and then rack it at the shoulders. Feet again are shoulder width apart, nice strong athletic stance. Press up overhead, biceps line up with your ears. Control that resistance on the way down. We load up. Use that exhale for a nice strong press. So we're keeping this one strict, not adding in too much of a bend to the knees or a push from the lower body. Really focusing on the shoulders, the core. And trying not to flare open in the rib cage every time we open up and press up overhead. Let's get 1 more rep in. And take that little rest. Last one in this circuit, we have a sit-up 2 rotation. So we're gonna use the band for this one. You wanna grab to just at about the same width of your shoulders. Start with the band right in front of you, lock the lats down. We'll roll down nice and slow, keeping that tension. We'll sit up in 1, and then we'll rotate to the side. That outside hand can just tap the floor. Then we come back to center, nice slow roll down here. Use the core, not our momentum, to bring ourselves up. Twist and twist, only twisting at the torso. Your legs can be straight out or you can have a soft bend in them. We'll keep the heels in the floor to support us. Take 1 more roll down. One more sit up, rotate, rotate, and then back. Take a little rest, and we are back to the top, to that deadlift. If you'd like a little bit more on this one, you can grab a little bit lower so you create more tension, a little bit less. You can always grab a little bit further up. Let's set up in that split stance. And you want to end with those hands just past the knees, just to where you feel that stretch in the hamstring of the front leg. We'll take one more on this side and then switch. Just go ahead and step the foot in. Set yourself up again at that staggered stance so we can really focus on one leg at a time. Let's get one more rep on this side. All right, then we're into our overhead press. All you gotta do is step into the band, again, shoulder width distance. Rack it at the shoulders, at the chest. And then we press. So trying not to let the elbows come out too far to the side on this one. Keep them just right in front of you. And then control the resistance on the way down. Great use of the band is building strength with that constant tension. So be mindful of it, be in control of it. Nice slow tempo on the eccentric. Nice and powerful, up in 1 second for that press. One more rep, 3, 2, and 1. We'll get set up for our sit up. You can always take this one without the band. If you prefer to do it body weight, just have a little bit less resistance in between the arms. Lock the shoulders down. Nice slow roll down. Up in 1, we rotate, hand taps the floor. Notice how I'm only rotating from the torso. My knees are staying forward. My legs are now rotating to the side. Sitting up nice and tall, leading with the chest every time we come up. Last sit up, 3, 2, and 1. All right, y'all, we're gonna do that all one more time. Let's go ahead, meet me standing. We'll set up for that deadlift. Take the band, step right into it. Line up that back toe with the front heel. And here we go, push the hips back. Eyes look down to the floor. Stamp your heel onto the floor as you come up to stand. And remember what muscle groups are working here. Lengthening in the hamstrings, engage the glutes and your core at the top. We'll take one more on this side, and then we switch. Step into it, try to even out the reps that you're taking on each side. And integrating that breath, inhale as you hinge, exhale to stand. Got enough time, try to get one more rep. 3, 2, and 1. All right, last overhead press. Step into the band. Keep this one strict with the upper body, using our core to help stabilize. Let's go. Remember, those elbows stay tight to the body. Try not to let them splay out to the side. And eyes just look straight forward. Last few reps. I know I'm starting to feel it in my shoulders. Last 3, 2, and 1. All right, last one in this circuit. Let's get set up for our sit-up. Remember, strength is coming from our core, not from momentum to sit up and down. Going 3, 2, 1. Lock the lats down and in place. Controlled, slow lower, 2 to 3 seconds. Up in 1, chest is up. Rotate. If you start to feel the shoulders start to shrug up, remember, bring it just back down, pull onto that band, lock the lats down. Almost there, y'all. Last few reps. Let's get one more in. 3, 2, and 1. All right, nice work. Shake it out, grab a sip of water if you need. We will get into our next circuit. We're gonna start with a split squat, so a little bit of lower body strength to start. Stepping into the band with one foot, and then the opposite foot is gonna step back. We'll loop the band just around our neck, and you can hold on to it if you like some more support. You'll drop into both knees, so both knees at a 90-degree angle, and then push through the front heel to come up to stand. Great, let's switch sides. Just step the foot in and then switch it out. Stepping back, nice and wide, so you can create those two 90-degree angles again with both knees. Thinking about coming down like you're on an elevator as opposed to an escalator, straight down and then straight up. Here for 3, 2, and 1. We have a seated row next using the band. So sitting nice and tall and upright, you're gonna take the band, loop it around the balls of the feet so it's nice and secure. Lock your lats down and in place. We're holding onto the band like we've got two handles. We pull back. You wanna try to get your elbows past your torso and then bring it back out with control. So you're gonna have constant tension on that band every time we pull back and release and extend the arms. We control it there. Squeezing those shoulder blades together and back up. If you're finding this to be quite intense on the legs and like you're leaning back, add a bend into the knees. That'll really help so you can sit up nice and tall and upright. For 3, 2, and 1. Last movement we're gonna do, we're gonna ditch the band, we're gonna take a lateral bear crawl. So if you've got a mat, we'll go the length of your mat. If not, we think about taking 2 to 3 steps per side. So we're in a quadruped position, hands are stacked under our shoulders, knees in line with our hips. Tuck the toes, elevate the knees, and then we'll just walk laterally along the length of the mat. So I like to think of my coordination here. Opposite hand and foot will step laterally, and then the opposite hand and foot will come again to meet it. Once you get to the other side, we just go ahead and switch. And envision you've got like a glass of water on your back, so trying not to rock side to side, keeping a nice flat back parallel to the floor. Great, we're here for 3, 2, and 1. All right, shake it out. We got that 2 more times through. We set up for our split squat. Stepping into your band, pop it around the neck. You can hold on to it for support. And here we go. And I'm a big believer in breath in the movement guiding you through. Use that inhale as we lower. That exhale, push through that front heel to come up to stand. Let's get one more on this side, and then we switch. If you're finding your back knee touching the floor, that's okay. Just make sure it's a little bit of a kiss and not too much of a leaning down and falling on it. If you are feeling that that is happening, you can always put a pillow underneath the knee for some support. Here for 3, 2, and 1. Back into our seated row. We know what this one feels like. We go ahead and give ourselves the right amount of tension on the band. So if you want a little bit more, you grab a little bit further up, a little bit less, you grab it a little bit closer to you. And if you feel the shoulders start to creep up, just go ahead and remember, nice and tall, upright position. Shoulder blades should stay down. You can add in that bend in the knees if that is more comfortable for you. Slow on the way back out. Don't let that band control you. You're in control. We're here for 3, 2, 1. Ditch the band, we're into that bear crawl. If the bear crawl is not working for you today, just go ahead and take that into a bear plank and just hold it there for our time. You can even take moments in between to drop the knees to the floor. Let's set up, let's work on that coordination. Walking laterally, opposite hand to foot will step and meet. And then back. A great time to pause and reset is once you've gotten to that other side. Again, not letting the hips shift from side to side, not letting them raise. For 3, 2, and 1. All right, we got one more time through. Let's finish strong. We grab onto our band, we get into our split squats. All right, let's get moving. Drop the knee down. Strong push from the heel. Making sure your toes are facing forward, knee stays in line with your middle toes. Let's get one more on this side. And then we switch, just step right into it. Last few reps on this side. For 3, 2, 1. All right, next we have a seated row. Let's get ourselves set up. Place the band just around the feet with the legs straightened out. And here we go. So you can create 2 handles with the band like I just did, or like I said in our last round, you can always grab a little bit further up if you like more resistance. Our core is nice and active every time we pull back to support us, so we're not arching in the low back. Last few reps, let's stay with it. 3, 2, and 1. All right, last exercise, we finish strong on the bear crawl. Give yourself some space. Shake it out, and let's go. Remember to breathe through it. We're bracing that core, quads and glutes are active. Take that break if you need, but we are almost there. Last time across. We're here for 3, 2, and 1. Woo, shake it out. I'm sweating, y'all. That was awesome. Let's go ahead and just take a moment to cool it down. Meet me here in a child's pose. Toes to touch, knees out nice and wide. Arms just lengthened out in front of you. We'll take a little bit of a mobility flow. So finding length in the upper back, a little bit of a decompression for your low back. And then with your palms planted, we'll pull ourselves forward. Opening up in the chest, opening up in the front side of the body. We'll take that a few more times. Shifting the hips back. Just bringing it back to your breath. We'll take one more like that. All right, from here, we'll take a half kneeling position. One knee planted, one foot planted. Whatever foot is in front, you're gonna lean into that with the forearm. Opposite arm is gonna reach up. We gotta bend over, feel a nice opening through that side of the body. Then we'll push the hips back. We'll get into a hamstring stretch. Trying not to let the hip hike up. Just send the hips straight back. Great, and we'll do that all on the other side. Knee is planted, foot is planted, whatever leg is in front, we place the forearm down. Lean forward, reaching up, and then adding that side body bend. Great stretch to get into the quads, the hip flexors, all the way up through to the lats. Push the hips back. Awesome, step the feet together. Take a low squat, push the elbows into the inner thighs, just swaying side to side. And then heel toe the feet together, slowly roll it up. And take a breath out. That is all I have for you. That was full body strength using a band. This is Good Moves with Well+Good. If you'd like more videos like this, feel free to subscribe below. I'll see y'all next time.